You know, I was gonna step away from these YouTube videos, and I still might. You know, it's really up for debate right now. But I ran across something about Azealia Banks, Miss Pro Black, Miss Power to the People, Miss Call Everybody Out. And I did a video. Actually, I think I did two videos on Azealia Banks and the whole controversy that was going on between her and Azealia, and I believe she called out T.I. and she called out Kendrick Lamar. And I got a lot of flack from that video. Actually, both of those videos. And you know, some people agree with me, some people disagree with me, some people came at me in a disrespectful way because they didn't agree with what I was saying. Some people, those who are blinded, who are easily misled by anybody who comes out here and tries to take on their persona as if they're for the black community. Some people got mad at me simply because I called Azealia Banks out. So, you know, I got a lot of flack from that video. But I was right. You know, I was dead on. And I ran across this article that Vibe had wrote that they basically called Azealia Banks basically saying she doesn't deal with black men. And it was some pretty, you know, harsh words. And I am still having some some issues with my internet, so I'm going to go ahead and read you guys this article. It says Azealia Banks is ever plentiful in the controversy statements department. Next up, the Ice Princess rapper gives her views on dating black men. In a selfie post on her Instagram, Banks was asked why she dates old white dudes with money, to which she offered an interesting reply. This is what she said. Because black men take black women for granted, and I'm too busy with music to be fighting for my rights at home. I already have to fight for respect with the black men in hip hop, so when I get home, I like things to be nice and easy. Make sense? And you know, when I read it, I started laughing because, you know, I mean, this proves everything that I was saying about this chick. You know, I told everybody out here, Azealia Banks is someone who is latching on to this pro-black thing because she's trying to draw a certain audience in, and she's trying to give off the interpretations that, you know, I'm down with the community, I'm for the black man, the black woman, etc., etc., when really this is all just a scheme to get people to listen to her music and buy into who she is, despite whether it's true or false. And you know, I let you guys into a lot of little, you know, business tactics within the music industry, and you know, sometimes I'll let some secrets out. And I told everybody before, in today's time in the music industry, it's not just about you being a great artist. People buy into people nowadays. So you can have somebody that might not be the greatest artist, might not have the best music, but because of who they are, because of what they stand for, because of them just maybe being entertaining as a person, people will buy their products, people will support their music, etc., etc. So Azealia Banks has realized, hey, you know, right now we got a lot of stuff going on in the world. We got the Ferguson thing, we got the Trayvon Martin thing, we had the Jordan Davis thing, we got police brutality going on, etc., etc. And what she figured that I'm going to play into that. I'm going to, you know, basically be messy, cause a whole bunch of controversy, talk slick about everybody on the internet, because everybody's a gangster and a thug on the internet until you see them in person and they get the shit slapped out of them, and then they all smiles and Hallmark cards. But she figured I'm going to play into that and take on basically this female Malcolm X role to get that audience to cater to my music. Now, I'm not saying that Azealia Banks doesn't have any love for her people, but also she's full of shit. And this is what I've been trying to get everybody to understand, because, you know, one thing about me, I'm a very, very good judge of character. I'm able to pull bullshit out of people and smell BS a mile away. Even some of the greatest people who are great at pulling things off and disguising their underlying motive, I'm great at pulling bullshit. You know, and I recognize this about Azealia Banks. Now, I don't have an issue with her saying, you know, she wants to date white men. If you want to date white men, I don't give a shit. That's her own prerogative, and at the end of the day, people are going to do what they want to do. If you can find love and someone who cares about you outside of your community, hey, do your thing. I promote black unity and black families because I know what has caused destruction to our family and what are some of the things that come into the relationships between a black man and a black woman and cause static between us. So I always promote black families and us coming together and creating black families. But like I said, I'm not going to put a color on love. So that's not my issue with Azealia Banks here. My issue is that you come out here, you talk all this pro-black stuff, and all calling out Kendrick Lamar and calling out T.I. for signing Iggy Azalea and etc., etc. But yeah, you come out and you display and play into the same negative stereotypes that a lot of people outside of our community or inside of our community play into. Oh, the black man is no good. The black man don't support his woman, etc., etc. Now, we do have issues within our community with relationships. And, that's no secret, nothing. But also, I think a lot of people don't understand that we have outside forces. We have a system around us that creates static between us that cause us to make ignorant statements like what Iggy Azalea said. No, excuse me, not Iggy Azalea, Azealia Banks. And, my whole thing is, if you've had personal experience with a black man or, you ran across people who didn't treat you right or whatever, don't try to put that on all the black men in the black community, because what you're doing is you're playing into a negative stereotype as if black men don't want to be there for their women, black men don't stand up for things in their community, black men just don't give a damn about nothing and anybody. She's playing into that negative stereotype, which we all know that's incorrect. Because there's a lot of black men that, want to be providers, want to be in their household, want to treat the black woman with respect. But then we have also those black women that carry their baggage, or take a few bad choices that they've made, like Azealia Banks, and relate that to the majority of black men within our community. And that goes back to that whole nice guy type of thing. A lot of us, we make poor decisions, or we just don't know how to ask the right questions or really seek out people who are substantial, or we feel we have entitlement issues. So therefore we make bad decisions on ourselves, and we say, oh well, black women don't respect the black male, they don't like a nice guy. Or you got black women out here talking about, oh, black men are trifling, they don't want to take care of their responsibility, playing into that negative stereotype. And then you got people outside of our community that's sitting back like, damn, these Negroes can't get along. No wonder why there's so many broken homes. Or, no, it's not racism. It's not, the system around us. It's not outside forces that are contributing to your destruction. It's you guys. It's the black woman and the black men that can't get along, that hate each other, that don't want to love each other. So for her to come out on social media and make comments like this, I think this was highly ignorant. It really shows Azealia Banks' mindset. Azealia Banks is full of shit. And I don't know how many times I had to say that to people, and people can't really read in between the lines of her antics and what she's doing, and how she is trying to basically market herself out to get her music more publicity. I know the game. I'm in the music industry. There's no game that I haven't heard of or seen. So I know what Azealia Banks is up to. And she's full of shit, point blank, period. Now, I already know what some people are going to say. They're going to say, well, she didn't say all black men. But she also justified that to why she dates old, white, rich. I'm going to repeat again, rich. I'm going to say it one more time, rich white men. Because basically she's an opportunist. She wants to play, this power to the people role so that the black community don't throw her ass to the wolves. But in the meantime, she want to say, well, you know what? I'm going to go mess with that pink dick over there, because that old rich white man over there, he can give me what I want. She's over there being an opportunist, basically trying to play both sides. And then you got the white man, they got this dark sister on his own, like, hey, I'm not doing anything crooked in the industry. I'm not a racist. I don't think this way. I have this black chocolate woman on my arm. So this is the type of mindset that we're dealing with, and you really got to step back. Sometimes just shut the fuck up, step back, and listen to people and analyze people, because a lot of these people out here that pretend like they're for our cause, they're not. You know, if you're for your people, you don't have to come out here and attack everybody, you know, or cause a whole bunch of commotion. You're going to be out there in the streets doing what you do, promoting change. Those people like, you know, Mos Def. And shit, Mos Def, he got banned out the country for what he was trying to do. Those cats like, you know, myself that are in the community that have dedicated almost 5 years to speaking truth to power on YouTube. I don't get any money from this. A lot of other brothers and sisters out here don't get any money for this. But we come out here and we take the time out of our day to speak to our people. Those are the real scholars. Those are the real people who actually care about their community. Do we all agree all the time? No. But we all have the underlying meaning, the underlying goal that we want better for our people. And it's important that we step back and we realize who's the frauds and who's the people that are real. But like I said, you know, Azealia Banks is full of shit. Link will be in the description box. You guys want to actually read the article. But I mean, you know, say that on a public forum. That was low. That was real low. I don't want to hear anything else from Azealia Banks trying to call somebody else out. You know, not being an adult. You know, if you disagree with somebody, hey, that's fine. But be an adult about it. Be a woman about it. Don't play into negative stereotypes. The angry black woman that can't voice her opinion in an articulated way. But then you turn around and you date an old white man because you're bitter and you're frustrated and you're probably mad about yourself for the decision that you made and the selection of type of men that you picked. Nobody put a gun in your head and say, yeah, we going out on a date. No, you chose to mess with those trifling dudes. There are black men in the community that want and love to respect the black woman. But women like you, a lot of times, don't deserve it. But that's all I got to say. If you disagree, cool, that's fine or whatever. You can voice your opinion in the comment box. Just be respectful, because if you're disrespectful, I'm going to block your ass. I'm out.